You know what? It is exceptionally wet today, and I think it's going to be wet all week. I have a feeling it's definitely not going to dry enough for me to take my longboard to work. That is for definite. But if you can hear that rain, it's fucking hammering it down. I need to get myself an umbrella. I need to get some kind of... Wow, no, I don't need to get a waterproof coat. I'm on the hunt for a coat. And I'm starting to figure out whether or not I can go for a coat that's different to this coat. Now, I basically just want to buy this coat again. But I was thinking the other day, if I saw this coat on a shelf for sale, would I buy it? That's an interesting question when you're looking for that thing. But I'm on the hunt. This year's the year, I think. I'm just going to buy one that I like. And then I'm going to continue to look for a new one of this regardless. But yeah, so I was looking in town yesterday, looking for them. Couldn't find any that I liked, but we'll get there. Basically, I need a long coat. I want it to be warmer than this. This isn't very warm anymore. I think mainly because half of its lining's like kind of gone. But that's by the by. Either way, I'm gonna get a bit wet. Did flirt with the idea of getting this little jacket thing, but it looks weird. I was talking to Laura about this. My style basically hasn't changed for years. I wear block colours, t-shirts, usually bold colours, but it started to like varying. Block colours, so I don't wear patterns, apart from that one stripy t-shirt I own, which I actually quite like. Black jeans, black skinny jeans, and then either odd Converse or black pointed shoes. That's exclusively what I wear. I then wear a blue hoodie or my new grey one, which I got yesterday, and then this coat. That's all I wear, all the time. And I found it really difficult to buy those things when they're not in fashion. For example, why is it people don't make V-necks? Anytime you see people sell a t-shirt, it's always a round neck, and I've never understood that. While I wait for this bus, I got up this morning, which was good stuff. I've been fighting with Angular getting nested components to work the way I'd expect them to work, where like I have a form that's generated by the top form, but then it basically creates a form down below. Bus is here, or might be here, and also I made a video last night, which meant I took all the files off my camera and that drained the battery, because I often plug it in, take the files off and forget to turn it off. Look at this, I want this in black and half the price. I've been napping away. I had all of my naps today, which is good. Trying obviously get into my sleeping pattern. It's difficult, it's genuinely difficult. Obviously we went shopping and whatnot tonight, so I haven't done anything else this evening. Genuinely difficult to... At the moment, like, I'm struggling with work so much that is making everything else so much harder. And like, I feel like I just want to go out for walks and stuff at work instead of nap. Like I used to be able to have like a 30-minute nap, wake up, I'm like, fucking A game, let's do some shit. But now I wake up, it was raining today, so I didn't go out for a walk. Obviously I only got half an hour lunch after I've had my nap as well. Went out for had my sandwiches. I'm looking at coat, I saw Tommy Hilfiger has 2 coats I like. I might order them. I'm not getting like that like spike up in I'm not getting a spike in enthusiasm or energy that I used to get after my nap. Not because like tiredness, I'm like fine. It's just like energy and like how much effort I can be bothered to put in effectively. And then that obviously drags you down. The more that drags you down overnight, but throughout the day, you come back here and you're like, oh god, what am I doing? So like I say, Laura suggested that I try and get out of the house a bit more, so I'm going to start trying to go for walks in the evening, as if I've got a dog, which I don't have. But yeah, so obviously we went shopping and whatnot tonight, so that would. Also start watching The Cry. Stopped watching it last week, but I thought the first episode was a bit like crap. Second episode though, it's pretty good. It's a bit predictable for y'all Americans who don't get to see it on the BBC when Netflix inevitably buy it. It's worth it. Before anyway, obviously we're only 2 episodes in at 4, but we strongly considered binge watching the next one, since we're like a full week behind. Otherwise we've got the shredder out in here and we are slowly going through all of our paperwork, shredding it. So much shit. We bought like an industrial shredder, like a wood chipper, that'll do the job. This little shit bag is in my spot. Did just miss my bus though. Sad time. Running quite a bit late this morning. Woke up at Laura was getting up at 6 to go out for a run. And she was like, I'm not sure if I will or not. So she got up at 6. I was awake because like obviously I went to bed at 5:30. where I was like, you gonna go? And she's like, no, no, no. And then just like sleep. And I'm like, okay, look to the clock. I've got 2 minutes before my alarm. I just lie here and wait for it. And I just lay there watching the clock. It went off, pressed the off button. And then as my alarm went off, Laura like scooted over to me a little bit. Scooted over to me. And then I like scooted back. And I'm like, oh, my back's like all nice and warm. Isn't that nice? That's lovely and warm, that. And all of a sudden it was 6:45, 30 minutes later. Fucked it. That morning is the hardest. Like, out of all of the different parts, getting to sleep is the hardest. And I think because getting to sleep is so hard, you kind of wake up with like 5 or 10 minutes sleep rather than a 20-minute nap, which then makes you feel more tired. It is the hardest part of the entire process. But otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, first questions first. How fucking fly is this hoodie? God damn. Wearing like literally some of them are... Since we stopped wearing like shirts and trousers to work, since it went dressed down all the time, it's very easy to fall into that habit of just wearing like the same shit on cycle. And I need to go back to, which is what I'm going to do, of just kind of working through your wardrobe from left to right, so that you don't just wear the same shit every single day. Laura needed me to wear whites because she's trying to build up a whites wash, and I got my new hoodie on. I was like, why not? You gotta wear things. Like, I fall into that habit of buying something and then only wearing it for best and then therefore never wearing it. And speaking of buying things, last night, 3 o'clock in the morning, I purchased 2 coats. They're being delivered to me. One of them is like this coat, and I want to like it, but I don't think I will. I think it's going to be too baggy, basically. It's not going to be slim enough, but I've tried it, so I've ordered that in a small. And I've also ordered another coat, which is a bit more like a winter coat, which I'm usually against, because again, most winter coats, like a Parker style coat, but hasn't got the furry hood. Most coats like that make me feel fat, but it seems relatively long, so it's longer than a normal coat, so that helps. It looks like quite like flat to you, and I have a feeling that I'll like it. I think so. I've got one thing that I want to like, that I like, but I don't think I will, and I've got another thing that I think I'll like. And they're both being ordered and delivered to me. The problem with that is purchasing something at 3 o'clock in the morning is risky, because websites are a little bit more flaky at 3 o'clock in the morning. I think I literally watched them update their services, because I tried to make the purchase once and I had to reconfirm, like my bank texted me and being like, what the fuck, fam? Why are you buying something at 4 in the morning? 3 in the morning? So I confirmed that, didn't realise because obviously my phone's on silent. Confirmed that, went back through. Then, like, the search algorithm, the searching bit went. I couldn't search for anything. It was just like, you click on coats, there's nothing. But luckily, I had the links in a different browser. So I went through that. The service that gives you... I assume it's microservices because of the way it behaved. The service that sends out the emails seemed to be updated and just went down for ages because I got a little coupon code, which I broke the first time I tried to do the payment, and it bounced my card because my card was like, yo, what the fuck, fam? The search was down, the email service for that was down, payments were down for a little bit, and yeah, I think that was it. But I literally watched different parts of the site go up and down at different points. It was quite interesting. And I'm literally watching like 503s getting thrown in the console. It was great. That was a hoot. But yeah, so now I'm really looking forward to that. Like 2 or 3 days should be here. Chances are I'm not going to like them. Like last time I ordered a coat, I ended up taking it back because it was massive. But I've picked the smallest size they do, because normally I try and pick like a medium. Last time I picked medium and I'm like, this is absolutely huge. There's no point in me attempting to order the small because it's not going to be that much smaller. So I'm like, right, let's just go in at the one that I think I want, which is the smallest one they do, because I want it to be like flush to me. I want it to be tight to me. But I have a feeling that I might actually like that winter coat for cold winters, you know, because this coat isn't very warm. I have a feeling a new coat like it won't be either, but we'll find out. So my yearly escapades to purchase a new coat continue. Yeah, so I'm really running late, which isn't great here, but you know. Otherwise, failing the coat thing, the next big purchase I'm making is my computer. The coat thing has kind of been a permanent thing. If I ever saw a coat I wanted, I'd just buy it, no matter what. So there's that. But the main thing I'm looking at is computers. I know I keep saying I'm about to buy a computer and I'm not. I'm waiting out for Black Friday to see if there's any good deals on computer components, basically. And I'll buy it myself for Christmas, hopefully with some extra Christmas money and overtime money set aside for it and whatnot, you know. Why is another day, another dollar, boys? So, day 2, sleeping pattern. Keeping it up, keeping fighting. Gotta keep morale high. Home, and I'm in my pyjama top because we had dinner, and it was we had Thai chicken and sweet corn soup, which was actually quite nice. It's a bit of a fucking faff to make, but it was actually quite nice. And I'd obviously just woken up from the nap, and if I'd have put my normal clothes on, it would start smelling of fucking Chinese food, which is the problem with Chinese food in general, or Thai food. It fucking smells. Otherwise, trying to figure out what to do with myself. Whether or not Laura's doing some work in the kitchen. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to do some work, or whether or not I should do something different. My gut says do something different. What I'm doing, I'm not checking the time, I'm checking the weather. No rain. There's nothing to worry about there. Should I go for a walk? Or I can play a game, or I can do some work. What's the best thing for me to do? This is kind of a drive from me in order to try and teach myself into thinking that just because I have some time that I can sit in front of a computer that I should. Obviously, yes, my job involves sitting in front of a computer, and yes, I need to sit in front of a computer a lot to get wherever it is I want to get in my life. But that doesn't mean that the most productive thing for me to do is to sit in front of a computer. Kind of for my own mental stability, I'm trying to get out a little bit more. I'm trying to see if I can relax, get some fresh air, be alone with my thoughts, chill out effectively, and not be so stressed and feel like I have to work all the time. I don't want to have to feel... I obviously still want to be productive. I don't want to just sit and just vegetate in front of a TV. I don't feel like that's a productive way for me to spend some time, but I need to train myself into thinking that, say, playing Xbox half an hour is productive, because it resets your brain. I'm experiencing now, at work, there is a limit to how much work you can do, and as you approach that limit, the quality of work drops off significantly. Basically, I need to get fitter, so I need to go out for walks. We're going to get a dog at some point, so I need to just get used to that now. And yeah, so my plan of attack is, every now and again, if I'm not feeling up to work, go out for a nice walk. And I realised this when I went for walks and had my lunch in the park. Felt so much better after. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Some nights I'm just walking now to a leisure centre, and I'm going to see when they're open and see if I can go swimming some nights. Maybe that will be a good way to spend some time too. Well. Watched episode 3 of The Cry. Give it a miss, boys. I mean, like, the twist is that... The semi-predictable twist is at the end of... I deluded myself into thinking that the twist would be too obvious, and there'd be another twist, and I gave it too much credit. They then just proceeded to just ruin everything. 3 minutes into episode 3. So yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting. If you want to watch it, but... I realised that I'd spent, on the piece of work that I'm trying to do at home, I built the front end first, realised I needed some more data, did a load of the back end stuff, and then came back forward. I was like, right, I've got enough data to display like the form that I want to give. Fill out the form, got all that, start posting it back, and I'm like, oh, hang on, there isn't actually... the API call I need to make doesn't exist yet. So I'm going back through and making some API calls, which is great fun, like genuinely good fun. I have hit a problem. I'm trying to like centralize how I'm doing something, and I have a problem with a custom piece of software I made, some validation mapping software, where I used generics to do it, and I didn't build a way of not doing generics, and therefore I have this scenario where I now don't know my type at compile time. Well, I can know the type at compile time, but it'd be easier not to. And I just need to go into the back end, go into like some NuGet packages and add that in. But yeah, so I had a bit of a hoot. I had a bit of a hoot of a time. I was like pretty fucking tired, but I still got up, so it wasn't like massively productive, but I enjoyed it. It was one of those ones where I sat up in bed and I'm like, fuck, I'm so tired. So I feel like either tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll be fine, or tomorrow it will be the hardest time to get up and I'll end up spending my morning playing Xbox or something. But we'll get there. This is day 3 of the sleeping pattern, so we will get there, boys. Likewise, at work I'm also doing a lot of back-end stuff today, which has the bonus of being predictable. In general, is obviously slower to develop and slower to test, and I'm interfacing with this third-party remote service, and I'm like, the way it behaves ain't quite right, so I'm expecting a certain level of tediousness. I'm not sure if you can see this, but behind me there's a guy who's driving a little Audi. He's like, we're in traffic, he's checking his phone every now and again, / most of the time, and like checking himself out in the mirror, and literally for the past 10 minutes or so he's had his windscreen wipers on full blast. It is bone dry. There is not an ounce. The only reason I'm not longboarding today is because of I'm getting my coats delivered, hopefully, and I won't be able to bring them back. Oh, it stopped. I'm going to try and catch that for you. What the heck? What the heck, dog? Doing an amazing job of vlogging over the past couple of days. I did get up last night. Yesterday I got back from work and I had a double nap. And a double nap is a sign where basically I go to sleep, my alarm goes off, and it like something happens and I basically just reset the alarm out of confusion. I'm like, oh, I didn't go to sleep. Reset alarm. I don't know what happens, but basically Laura got home like a full hour, well, 30 minutes later, and I was like, oh shit, I see what's happened. So last night I got up and I spent an hour doing programming, and then I spent 2 and a bit hours playing Prison Architect, playing a game, just trying to stay awake, trying to stay with it. I've hit the wall, I'm climbing over that bitch, and it's all about that. It's all about the discipline, boys. And as soon as I'm over that discipline, we'll be launching full steam ahead. All that good stuff. I have a massive spot growing on my forehead. I don't know if you've noticed that one. I am excited about the coat. Hopefully I don't like both. That's the worst. Right then, crew. It's all been working up to this moment. This entire vlog has been like a TV series. Character arc has gone from wanting a coat to seeing a coat, purchasing a coat, waiting for the coat, and then the coats arrive. What does he think? I don't know. Maybe we'll end up on a cliffhanger. Who knows? Let's bring this mirror back upstairs and let's show you. I put up a Twitter poll. Not Twitter poll, there's a thread pinned to my Twitter, at Jamie Ped, for those no one of you who don't know what my Twitter is, who actually watch these videos, of the 2 coats that I bought, and my current favourite coat, which is my existing coat, which I still think is my favourite, to be honest with you. Let's go. You know what my old coat looks like? Double-breasted, military-style coat. Bought it 5 or 6 years ago for £70. Bargain. The best £70 I've ever spent. So, here's the coat I bought, which I thought could replace it. Looks like this. It's double-breasted. They're both from Tommy Hilfiger. It's really long. You can't really tell in this light, but it's bluish. It's a lot more blue than it appears on camera. It's got some great points. It's light, which I love. It's really long, which I love as well. Now, it's even light on as well, which is actually really impressive. Now, what I don't like about it is, this is really difficult to show you, it's quite boxy. It looks like this look. I look like a great big square, you know? And that is not what I want from a coat, right? Buttoned up, it's closer to what I want, but actually what I want is the opposite way around. I'd much prefer it to be better unbuttoned than buttoned. But anyway, this is what it looks like this. You can't see shit, which is why you need to check the thingy. But you can do that with it. It's got big collars, which you can put the collar up. Obviously, it's got no hood. It feels lovely, and it's knee length. And I'm a very tall person, so knee length is really friggin' long for most people. This would bury Laura, but that'd be really funny to put her in it. But either way, I'm counting this one out. I get a nosebleed. I like it, but it's... I think I prefer the coat I've currently got, and at the price that this is, which is ludicrously expensive, at just shy of £400, I can't justify it. It has to be perfect. The pockets aren't in the right place. It feels like it's like a little bit off centre. It's like a little bit to the left. I want more detail. I'd much prefer it if I could button that up there, but I can't. It's just, you just got to like put it up there. Like the chances of it coming down are slim, but I'd much prefer it if there was a button up here. Is there a button? No, there isn't. Not enough detail. It's not quite slim enough, especially when you undo it. And it needs like a belt or something, I think, to make it better. It needs to be much closer to a trench coat. And it's just a little bit too big. It's a small, but it's just a little bit too big. I feel like it would be alright like on top of a jacket if you're a small person. If you're like really small and you want to go like this and you wear a blazer, it'd be fine. That isn't me. So the biggest, like when undone and in better lighting, which I apologise for, I haven't got good lighting, it hangs like this. I would much prefer it to hang like this, much more open and a lot more like flowy. I really like how flowy my old coat is, and that's what this doesn't do. You could run in it, but you can't run in it, you know? Out. However, the plus side is, this is the closest I've got to finding a coat that I like in 6 years. So, in theory, I should be able to find one. Right? So I'm going to keep looking for this. Now, the question is, this next coat, do I like it? Do I like it enough to pay for it and keep it forever? You'll notice it's in a completely different ballpark. And my double-breasted thin coat like this has been my thick winter coat for years. I haven't had a thick coat, a warm one, before. Probably since as a child I had one and it was short and like this puffy and it made me feel really fat. This though is a little bit longer. It like comes to like probably like your groin area rather than like your hip, you know? So it's like coming down, so it makes me feel less like a big fat ball on leg. It is a parka without a furry hood. And it's like, it's really, now don't be wrong, it's still really expensive. I'm surprised how much I like it. And I'm thinking about keeping it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold both of them for a little bit and I'm going to see if I can find a cheaper one of a similar style. But what I like about it is it's not like fat and puffy like normal parkas or other parkas I've seen, and it's also a bit longer, blah blah blah. I think if I keep this and then get another coat like that, I think I can do that. I think I can have two coats. This effectively being the waterproof winter coat. Well, you can't wear as big a fluffy scarf with it, but I think you just become less reliant. I've been reliant on big, thick, fluffy scarves for years because they're the only things I've had to keep me warm. It's a lot more warm. I think it's down and feather. That's how fucking warm it is. Now. I'm really surprised how, I actually really like this, and I'm going to keep it unless I can find one that's cheaper that's very similar. And it's like the perfect like dog walking coat, like it's wet, it's raining, bang, got a hood. Haven't had a hood in years. Lose a hood like you can lose an umbrella. And yeah, I just think it's in a completely different ballpark. It's a lot of money for something that I wasn't... It's a lot of money knowing that I can't wear it all the time. And it's not fully replaced my old coat, and it isn't going to stop me looking for a new coat. Yeah, but it will last me for years. I think I should know, and I should keep it. And it's like I say, good dog walker coat. You got a shit load of pockets. It's waterproof. It's fucking warm. It's so warm. Again, like check it out on Twitter to see. Let me know what you think. But it is cool AF. Big fan. Laura also said that both of these coats have like the I'm gonna kill something vibe. This coat makes her think that I look like someone who's just gonna go out into the woods and start shooting bears or something. I'm like, oh, you got to just whip out tools and shit out of it. The other one looks like I'm gonna go to someone's house, take someone out of the house and then kneecap them in front of their entire family. That kind of like Russian mafia style coat. And I'm all about that vibe, to be honest with you. What do you think? I genuinely wasn't expecting to like this as much as I did, but I had a feeling I would. This was the one that I was like, I think I'm going to like it, but I don't know if I will. That's the one I really wanted to like, but I don't think I would. That make sense? I didn't think I'd like this, but I thought I would. Yeah. Anyway, today's been a pretty busy day. Got a good amount of work done. My friend is hiding behind the hairline. Got a good amount of work done. Crossed a good old line at the end of the day, and we are now shifting. Tomorrow I've just got a little bit of tidy up and we should be able to shove it through test, although it's been tested locally. Should be Gucci. Came home, had a good nap at lunch. We're on fire. 9 o'clock now. I've been trying on coats for like easy an hour and a half now. I've been having a hunt around, I've been diving around the internet, and I can't find another coat of either style that I like. I'm going to keep looking for a couple of days. I've got like something like however many days to return the coats. And it's not like I can wear any of them. Well, it's not like I can wear the one that I like anyway because it's too fucking warm. So I'm going to keep an eye out on the market. Let me know if you see anything. And let me know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to end this video here. I'm feeling pretty awake to say I'm about to go to bed, but I'm feeling productive. Like I'm going to get up tomorrow morning and be like, yes! It's nice that I made a video about waking up early. And it's just discipline. And god damn, that spoke to me and Laura. Even though I knew that, and I would have said that ages ago when I was back in my sleeping pattern. But I've been struggling to get into it and stay into it, and stay productive while I've been in it. And just gotta stop doing that shit, you know? Well, all day tomorrow at work, and then the weekend, I'm gonna try and do something fun this weekend. Because I think, well, Laura's gotta do some work, but otherwise, I think we are doing something fun, whether or not that's going out for a walk somewhere, or going to Seaside, which I'm thinking about proposing. To Seaside, that is, nothing else. Cool, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like my new coat. I do. I'll catch you later.